Hello guys, so we are back again, and in this lecture we are going to do some couple more questions on HP. Okay, harmonic progressions. Okay, now let's begin with the questions. Okay, the first question is as follow. Okay, which is if the 8th and 14th term of a HP are 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 respectively, find its 20th term and also find the general term. Now we have seen these type of problems. Okay, we have seen these type of problems. Okay, in HP general term is decided when such things are given by taking the closest possible value. Okay, but before that let's understand what is given. T8 is given what? 1 by 2. T14 is given what? 1 by 3. Okay, now if I convert them in AP, T8 will be 2, T14 will be what? 3. Okay, in AP just write it again so that when you convert it, it will remind you that you have taken it in AP. Okay, find. Now we want to find 20th term. For that we need A and D. Now if I use this, 2 is equals to A plus 7D, right guys, and this is nothing but 3 is equals to A plus 13D. Okay, now if I subtract, okay, what I will get? 1 is equals to 13 minus 7. Okay, is nothing but 6. Okay, 6D. Now we are getting D is equals to 1 by 6. Okay, keep it as A. Now get A from here doesn't matter, you can get A from anywhere. 2 minus 7D will be my A, right, which is nothing but 2 minus 7 by 6 will be my A, which is 12 minus 7 by 6. Now 5 by 6 is my A. So we got our A. Now further on, now let's get the T20th term, which is nothing but A plus 19D, right? So what we have? A is what? 5 by 6. 19 is this 19. D is what? D we got 1 by 6. Now let's just 5 by 19 upon 6, which gives me 24 by 6, which is nothing but 4. Okay, so we got T20 as 4, but remember we have taken it in AP, so 1 T20 in HP. Okay, in HP. Okay, just don't write 1 upon T20. Okay, it will just create confusion only. Just write in HP. Okay, that will be more useful, which is nothing but 1 by 4. Now get TN in AP is nothing but what? 5 by 6 plus n minus 1 into D. D is what? Remember 1 by 6. So what we have? 5 minus 1 by 6. Okay, plus n by 6. Okay, which gives us 4 plus n by 6. Okay, now let's move on to the next page, which gives us, okay, now if I want Tn in HP, so what it will be? 6 upon 6 upon n plus 4. Okay, now which is the closest value possible? Okay, if n is equals to 1. Okay, n is equals to 1, because in AP we take natural number. Okay, if you remember that point, natural number. Okay, so the possible will be at n is equals to 1. Okay, which is nothing but 6 by 5. Okay, so we are done with this problem. Okay, hope you have understand this, because similar type of problem we have done earlier also. Okay, so this would not cause you big problem. Okay, so now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem. The next problem is as follow. Okay, which says if the first two terms of a HP are 2 by 5 and 12 by 13 respectively, then find the largest term. Okay, let me repeat the question again. If the first two terms of a HP are 2 by 5 and 12 by 13 respectively, then find the largest term. Okay, now we know this type of, this is just similar to previous question. Okay, we need to find A and D and then just analyze at what n tn will be the max. Okay, similarly my a is nothing but 2 by 5, but remember it is in HP. My T2, okay, T2 is what, 12 by 13. Now in AP, A is what, my 5 by 2, T2 is what, my 13 by 12. Now in AP just write this, it will just save you only. Okay, now how you can do further on. Okay, as we have told, it will be more easy. Why? If I want to T2 A plus D, okay, which is nothing but, here we have A also, okay, 13 by 12 minus 5 by 2, which will give me my D, and A and D are the essential thing which I need to find out. Okay, after this it is very simple. Okay, 30 by 12, okay, 13 minus 30 by 12 should be equal to D, which gives me what, minus 17 by 12 is my D, right? Now we got the D. Now let's find the Tn. Tn is what, A plus n minus 1 into D, right, in AP, which is nothing but, what is our A, 5 by 2 plus minus 17n by 12 plus 17 by 12, right, which gives us what, which gives us nothing but this will become 12. Okay, to add on, this will become 30 plus 17 by 12 minus 17n by 12. Okay, this will give me 47 by 12 minus 17n. Okay, so we got our Tn, okay, which is this. Okay, now in HP Tn, okay, it is nothing but 12 upon 47 minus 17. Now to get the max HP, I want to minimize this bottom term. How I can minimize? By checking, by substituting the n value. Okay, now we know at 17 twos are, okay, this will be minimum. Okay, so at n is equals to 2 is the minimum, which gives us largest Tn. Okay, and 17. Okay, let me just get the answer also. 12 upon 47. Okay, you have to do this thing, which will give you 6 plus 13. Okay, so this is the max term, which is 12 by 13. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, this question was quite simple one. Okay, now this is the third question. Okay, which says if a comma b comma c are in GP and a minus b comma c minus a, okay, a minus a comma b comma c are in GP and a minus b comma c minus a and b minus c are in HP, then prove that a plus 4b plus c is equals to 0. Okay, so how we can do it? Now I will do it with method 1. Okay, we will discuss the method 2 also. Okay, we will discuss the method 2 also. Method 1 is nothing but, if you observe clearly, if it is in GP, b square should be equal to AC. First thing, 2 upon c minus a should be equal to what, 1 upon a minus b plus 1 upon b minus c. If you multiply b minus c plus a minus b upon a minus b into b minus c, what you get here, 2ab minus ac minus b square plus bc, right, is nothing but this thing, which is nothing but b we will cancel out, which will give me a minus c into, if I move this, c minus a. Okay, so this is the final thing. Now if I do this, 4ab minus 2ac minus 2b square plus 2bc, okay, is nothing but AC. If I take minus outside, it will become a minus c only. Okay, which is nothing but minus a minus c the whole square. Okay, but we will multiply, okay, which is a minus c. Depends on you, whatever you want you can do. AC minus A square, which will give me minus C square plus AC. Okay, now if I move it to that side, what I have, but before that, if I calculate inside, I have 2AC minus A square minus C square. Okay guys, now if you observe clearly, what we get finally, we get 2AC plus A square plus C square. Okay, here we have 2AB minus 2AC. This I can write as, using this I can write as AC, which is 2AC plus 2BC. Further on, if I do one more thing, okay, I can write it as 2AB. Okay, 2AB minus 4AC. Okay, minus 4AC minus 4AC plus 2BC should be equals to minus 2AC plus A square plus C square. Okay, now what we can do further on, what we can do, AB minus AC minus B square plus BC, right? And here B minus C plus A minus B, which gives me, this will cancel out, A minus C into C minus A, which is A minus C, A square minus AC. Okay, I think we have calculated it wrong, in a wrong way. Okay, this thing we have calculated wrong. Okay, let me calculate it again. Okay, this thing is correct. Okay, here we have done a mistake, which is A square minus AC. Okay, minus AC. Okay, the minus AC, this one is also minus AC, AC minus AC plus C square. Okay, after this what we have, minus A square, this will become plus 2AC minus C square. What we have, 2AB minus 4AC plus 2BC. Okay, if I move it that side, okay, this one was wrong. Okay, so if I move it to that side, what I have, 2AB plus A square plus C square minus 6AC plus 2BC, right guys? Should be equal to 0. Now in the next page, now if you remember this thing, A plus B plus C the whole square. Okay, what we have, A square plus B square plus C square, 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. Now if we call it as A, then here all I can write one thing, 2AB plus A square plus C square plus 2BC is nothing but equal to 6AC. Okay, let me call it as A. Now here I can substitute that, then what I am left with 6AC plus B square plus 2AC, which gives me what, 6 plus 2 8, 9B square. Okay, I can convert it into B square. Okay, so it gives me 9B square. Further on, so I got this value. Okay, A plus B plus C the whole square. Okay, if I take square both this side, I have A plus B plus C the whole square, which gives me plus minus B. So if I consider A plus B plus C minus 3B, what I have, A plus 4B plus C should be equal to what, 0. Hence proved. Now how we thought, how we moved to this thing, let's understand. ABC terms are given in GP. Okay, this method is quite sophisticated or complicated method. Okay, I will not suggest you to follow this method. Okay, I will do by method 2, which is more simpler. Okay, and the terms A minus B, C minus A and B minus C are in HP. Prove that A plus 4B plus C is equals to 0. This is what we want to prove. I got an idea that if it is in GP, this is the first condition. If they are in AP, this is the second condition. Okay, HP, then this will be in AP 1 upon, and then I solved and I got a certain value. Then I realized that this value is something which I see in A plus B plus C the whole square. That's why I am telling it is not particular that any student will able to click that this value is from A plus B plus C until you don't practice a lot. So after this I got clicked that this value is 6ac. Then after I realize why I convert it in b, because I know here there is a b, then there is a probability of getting 4b. Okay, my answer is not in ac. Okay, so there is no why I will keep ac, so I converted it in b and I moved it here and I got plus minus. Then I took the minus one. Why? Because my answer, what I need to prove is this, which I record minus 3b. Okay, so this was method which I will not suggest, but this is the method. Okay, this is one method. Now method 2. Method 2 is nothing but I will teach you this method. If I now b square is equals to ac is a GP condition, right? Now if it is in EB, I can take a as a, b as ar and c as ar square. Don't you agree on this? Okay, then according to this, 2 upon c minus a, okay, should be equal to 1 upon a minus b plus 1 upon b minus c. Again, now 2 upon this I can write ar square minus a, this I can write a minus ar, this I can write 1 upon ar minus ar square. You can clearly see a will be eliminated, and if I take minus outside, I have 3 1 minus r square. Okay, this here I have 1 minus r, and here I have, if I take r common, 1 minus r. Okay, now after this step 1 minus r will cancel out, and this I can write as 1 minus r and 1 plus r. Okay, so 1 minus r from all the will cancel out. So what is the next step? 2 upon minus 1 plus r, 1 upon 1 plus r. Okay, this is the final thing which I am left with. Okay, now let's move on to the next page. Okay, then what I am 2 is equals to, I have not use this term still, I am keeping it here only, r plus 1, here it will be r. Okay, now let's move this term. 2r is equals to minus r plus 1 the whole square. Okay, so what we are getting, 2r is equals to minus r square plus 1, 2r. Okay, if I move it all that side, I have 2r plus r square plus 1 plus 2r should be equal to 0, which gives me r square plus 4r plus 1 should be equal to 0. If I multiply by a, what multiply by a, what I have, ar square plus 4ar plus a, and now this I can write as c, this I can write as b, and this I will be a only. So what I am left with, this condition, hence proved. Now this approach was quite easy to predict. Okay, we have considered terms. Okay, in GP we have chance of considering the terms this or going with this direct. Okay, direct GM. Okay, so we have considered the terms. Why we have considered the term? Because when applying AM in the next step, we know the main things will cancel out, a and 1 minus r. Okay, something will cancel out because the pattern is very similar. Okay, we know in this pattern there is a probability that if we consider these terms, the numbers will cancel out. Okay, so after that there was just calculation, and in the end it was the time when you realize that the terms which you have put is nothing but a, b and c. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, so this is the third question. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is this. Okay, the next question says, if x comma y comma z are in AP and ax comma by and cz are in GP and a comma b comma c are in HP, then prove that x by z plus z by x plus a by c plus c by a is equal to what? Now if this is in AP, I can solely write 2y is equals to x plus z, keep it as a. This is in GP, then I can write b square y square should be equal to ax into cz. Okay, and if it is in AB, 1 upon b should be equal to 1 upon a plus 1 upon c. From here what I get, this by 2. Okay, so 2 by b should be equal to a plus c upon ac, which gives me 2ac upon a plus c should be equal to what? B by b. Okay, so we got b value. Now here we have b value, here we have y value, and we know that here there is no b and no y, so it's better to eliminate y from here, y and b. So we will substitute in here. Okay, what we are getting? 4a square c square a plus c the whole square, right? Now here if I substitute this, what I have, x plus z the whole square upon 4 should be equal to what? Ax dot cz. Here you can clearly see these two will cancel out, and these two, which will give me ac into x plus z the whole square upon a plus c the whole square should be equals to xz. Now if I do one thing, x plus z the whole square upon xz, and if I do this 1 plus c the whole square upon ac, what we are left with? X square plus z square plus 2z upon xz, a square plus c square plus 2ac upon ac. Then what we have? 1 upon x upon z, z upon x plus 2 should be equal to a upon c, c upon a plus 2. Now 2 will cancel out, which will give me what I want to prove. X upon z plus z upon x should be equal to a upon c plus c upon a. Okay, which is what we want to prove, hence proved. Okay, so we are done with this question. Okay, question number 4, there was nothing great, just you realize that we want to eliminate this y and b because it is not present in proof, and then you put these values, okay, and you find it. Okay, there was nothing great in this question. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The next question is 5th question, which is if a comma b comma c and d are in HP, then find the value of this. A power minus 2 minus d power minus 2, okay, b power minus 2 minus c power minus 2. Okay, now here since they are in AP, so 1 upon a, 1 upon HP, and 1 upon c, 1 upon d in AP, right? Then cannot this, okay, if I take it as a, then this I can take it as what? This I can take it as b, a plus d, and this I can take it as a plus 2d, and this I can take it as a plus 3d, right? This is the basic property, like in GP AR square, like that. So here like this. Okay, so after this, if you see, okay, this is nothing but if I square it, I will get a square. So if I substitute a square minus this will be what? This will be a plus 3d the whole square upon this will be what? A plus d the whole square minus a plus 2d the whole square. Okay, so now from here what we are getting? A square minus a square plus 6ad, okay, plus 9d square. Okay, and here a square plus 2ad plus d square minus a square plus 4ad plus d square, 4d square. Okay, so if we calculate further on, what we have, these two will cancel out, okay, which will give me minus 6ad 9d square. Okay, upon if I check on the bottom one, this will cancel out. Okay, what we are left with? We are left with minus 2ad, okay, minus 3d square. Okay, if I take minus outside, the minus will cancel out, and if I divide it by d, what we are left with? 6a plus 3, okay, 6a plus 9d upon what? 2a plus 3d. Okay, so if I do one thing, that a plus b, okay, so here if I take 3 common from here, what we are left with? 2a plus 3d upon nothing but 2a plus 3d. Okay, so this will cancel out, giving me 3 as my answer. Okay, so the best thing here was just converting the term, then realizing if I do the square of this will in future will become this. Okay, that is the main part which you need to understand in this question. If you understand this part, then your job is done, you will get your answer. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question is as follow. Okay, the next question is as follow, which says sixth, if x is equals to summation x n is summation a power n, where n tends to 0 to infinity, y is equals to summation n is equals to 0 to infinity b power n, z is equals to c power n, summation n is equals to 0 to infinity, where a comma b and c are in ap, and mod a is less than 1, mod b is less than 1, and mod c is less than 1, then prove that x comma y and z are in HP. Okay, we want to prove that they are in HP. Okay, that is the main thing which we need to do. Okay, now you can easily get this value since it is a sum of infinity terms. It is nothing but 1 upon its first term. Okay, let me open it. For I will open the 1 only. Okay, it's a power 0 plus a power 1 plus a power 2 and so on. Then it is nothing but till infinity 1 plus a square. Okay, now the first term is 1 minus a. Okay, similarly y will be nothing but 1 upon 1 minus b, z will be 1 upon 1 minus c. Okay, now we want to prove that they are in HP. Okay, we know a, b, c in ap. Okay, if I subtract a minus, multiply them by my minus constant minus 1, then they are still in ap. If I add plus 1, then they are still in ap. If I take inverse of them, 1 minus a, 1 minus b, 1 minus c, then in HP. But wait, it is equal to x, it is equal to y, it is equal to z. Sorry, it is equal to z, so they are in HP too. Okay, hence proved. Okay, so this was the basic thing. Okay, basic ideology in this question. Just open summation questions are very easy, just don't get scared. Okay, if you get scared, then you will lose the marks. Okay, the question number 7th is as follow: if x comma 1 and z are in ap, x comma 2 and z are in gp, then prove that x and 4 comma z are in HP. Okay, now it is in AP, so 2 should be equal to x plus z. It is in GP, so 4 is equals to x into z. Now I will remind you one thing: if a comma b comma c are in HP, then what it was, remember this, AC upon a plus b. Okay, AC upon a plus b should be equal to what? Okay, let's just derive it. Okay, 2 upon b should be equal to 1 upon a plus 1 upon c. So we used to get a plus c upon ac, 2 by b, so 2 ac upon a plus c should be equal to b. So this was the condition. Okay, middle term. Okay, so if I get this value a plus c, this is nothing but b by 2. Don't you agree? Okay, now here if you see, don't you see something similar like that? So what I will do, x by z upon x, z will be what, 4 by 2. Okay, which is nothing but 2 is equals to xz upon x plus z. Now to verify that they are in AP, just check whether if they are in AP, what condition will be there. 2 upon 4 should be equal to 1 upon x plus 1 upon z. So we are getting 1 upon 2 should be equal to x plus z upon x into z. So if I z x plus z should be equal to 2. Okay, the same condition is appearing here, hence proved. Okay, I cross verified also for your understanding that how you need to verify that. Okay, if 2 is brought here, then the thing will be like this. Okay, so be alert. Okay, now the next question is question number 8, which says if a1 a2 a3 till a2n comma b, okay, are in AP, so there are n AMs inserted, 2 n AMs inserted between a and b, and similarly a g1 g2 g3 g2n and b are ngn. Okay, you can understand that it is ngm inserted between a and b in gp. Okay, h is the harmonic mean of a and b. Prove that this a1 plus a2n upon g1 into g2n plus a2 plus a2n minus 1 upon g2 into g2n minus 1. Okay, till an plus 1 upon gn into gn plus 1 is equals to 2n upon h. Okay, now here I will remind you some old thing. Okay, in hm of every term used to be what? A plus, okay, this is not 2n, this is n. Okay, this is 2n, this is what? an plus 1 upon 2. The subscript should give me total number of terms which are in that, like here it is 2n, so the 2n plus 1 will be my subscript. Okay, upon 2. Okay, so here using this a1 plus a2n will be equal to a2n. Okay, 2 is everywhere, 2 plus a2n minus 1. Okay, if I move the 2, okay, multiply third way, then they will be equal an plus, similarly an plus 1. So all are equal. One thing. Now second thing, if you remember in GM, what was the condition? a1 a2 b still whatever, they should form n plus 1 all terms, and here it's 1 by n. So these g1 into g1 when they are forming the subscript 2n plus 1, which is right. Okay, total number of terms plus 1. So g1 into g2n is nothing but equal to g2 into g2n minus 1. Okay, all will be equal. Okay, which will be just equal, if I take the square of all the terms under root, then I will get that same square of all the, I will get equal. Okay, every term will be equal. Okay, or if I move the square here, okay, every gm square will be equal, so they all are equal. Okay, so b, this is the thing which you need to know, means previous information you should be cleared with the previous things, although we have done so many problems on GM. Okay, so here in this problem, let me take the next page. All are equal, so if I take a plus a1, okay, a1 and a2 s all are same, then what I'm left with? a1 plus a1 till n. Okay, upon what? g1 into g, okay, g and g2, whatever you can take. So here if you remember a1 plus a2, okay, arithmetic mean can also be equal to a plus b by 2, and g1 into g2 can be also be equal to what? ab. Okay, it is nothing but ab. Okay, ab, if you remember gm square is nothing but ab. Okay, although we write g is equals to, okay, g is equals to under root ab. Okay, but here since they all will be in gp, so this first and last term will also form a gp. Okay, so it should be equal to that also. So a plus b upon 2 into ab and into n. Okay, now h is the harmonic mean between a and b, so I can write 1 upon h, 1 upon a, 1 upon b, which will give me nothing but 2 ab upon a plus b is nothing but h. Okay, and now here if you see properly, it is just written reverse. Okay, so what I can write, a plus b upon 2 ab into n is given, so I can write it as n. Okay, okay, I can write it as, okay, I can write it as, this is written in reverse. Okay, so it will be nothing but 2n, okay, 2n upon h. Okay, so we are done with this problem. Okay, okay, so sorry, wait a minute, this will not be there. Okay, okay, this will not be there. I don't know how, why be written this. Okay, it was just a mistake. Okay, so we will move this that side since they are equal, so it will be h by 2. Okay, when I wrote h by 2, okay, the 2 will move upward, which will give me 2n by h. Okay, so this is how we got here. 2 was not there, so to make them equal, we moved the 2 here. In many problems you have to do that. Okay, so after substituting, we have h by 2, 2 moved up there, and we got this. Although this is just reverse of what we have, so it will be 1 by h, so 1 by h by 2, 2 will move up. Okay, so this is our answer, hence we have proved this question. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The next question is question number 9. Okay, which says if the sum of the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is equal to the sum of the square of the reciprocal, then prove that a by c comma b by a and c by b are in HP. Now if they are in HP, okay, then a by b, c by a and b by c in AP. Okay, in AP. Now what condition? 2a by b should be equal to c by a plus b by c, which gives me c square plus ab should be equal to ac. Okay, further on 2 square c, okay, should be equal to what? bc square plus b square a. Okay, so we got one thing, if they are in HP then they will satisfy this condition. Okay, now let's check. Now sum of the roots, if I consider alpha and beta as the root, minus b by a is the sum. Alpha into beta is nothing but c by a. Now the sum of the root means minus b by a is equal to what? Sum of the reciprocal of the square, right? And this is many times we have seen this equation, okay, in quadratic. Then we can write it as the whole square, which is nothing but this. I can write as, don't you agree? We have done this many times. Okay, we have done even more difficult things, expansion. Okay, so this is nothing but minus b by a the whole square minus 2c by a. This is nothing but c square by a square. If I move the square upward, what I have? b square minus 2ca, okay, upon c square, and here we have minus b by a. Now let's move on to the next page. Then what we are left with? We are left with bc square minus should be equal to ab square plus 2ca square. Okay, if I move this that side, 2ca square is nothing but ab square plus bc square. Okay, now let's compare them. Don't they seem similar? So hence we have proved them, hence proved. Okay, so whenever such problem appears that prove this, that it is in HP, just check that what equation, because sometimes they will be complicated, we will not be able to predict how to separate from this. Okay, if we simplify them, we get this equation here. It is easier to understand, okay, rather than doing that long term here, simplifying here. Okay, just reduce your tasks. Okay, make things simple. Okay, make things simple, don't make them complicated. Okay, because life is itself a complicated thing. Okay, so try to be simple. Okay, so this is question number 10. Okay, which says if the AM of the two given positive numbers is 2, if the large number is increased by 1, the given of the GM of the numbers becomes equal to the AM of the given numbers. Okay, then find the HM. Okay, now here positive numbers, as I have told you, positive numbers are very necessary condition. Now AM is 2. Okay, AM is what? A plus B by 2 is 2, so A plus B is nothing but 4. One thing we got. Other, if क्या है, it says if A plus 1, if this term is increased by 1, okay, then okay, this term is increased. Okay, they are forming again. If this term is increased, okay, I will assume A is greater than B. Okay, then I will increase A plus B. Okay, my terms will be A plus B. Now under root A plus 1 into B is what? Is equal to what? AM is what? 2. Okay, will be equal to AM. So if I square A plus 1 into B should be equal to 4. I can substitute the A value. Okay, A value here, which is nothing but B 4 minus B plus 1 into B should be equal to 4, which gives me 3 minus, okay, 5 minus B into B should be equal to 4. 5B minus B square should be equal to 4. B square minus 5B plus 4 should be equal to 0. Okay, which gives me B square 4B plus B plus 4 should be equal to 0. Okay, which gives me B is equals to 4 and B is equals to 1. Okay, now if I check from here, put B is equals to 4, then we get A is equals to 0, which is not possible because A should be greater than B, so this will be rejected. Now put B is equals to 1, we have A is equals to 3, which is right because A should be greater than B. So A is equals to 3 and B is equals to 1 are the answer. Okay, so this question was just okay, just B, because many children take this condition like this: A plus 1 plus B is equals to under root, okay, under root AB. They take this condition like this. Please don't take it like that. Okay, okay, now let's move on. Okay, this is the last question of this session, and Okay, the question is as follow: the harmonic mean between two numbers is 21/5 and their am is a and gm is g, satisfying the relation 3a plus g square is equals to 36. Then find the sum of the square of the number. Okay, now they have given us h, which is harmonic mean, it's 21/5. Okay, now 3a, we can write g square as a into h. Okay, we know this relation g square is equals to ah. I have derived this relation in the previous lecture. Okay, so I will take a common, 3 plus, okay, 3 plus, this is what, 21/5 should be equal to 36. If I multiply that, 15 plus 21 upon 5 should be 36a, which here it forms 36/5, a into 36. Okay, so we get a is equals to 5. Now we got a is equals to 5. Okay, now a is am, and we know am is a plus b by 2 is equals to 5, so a plus b is nothing but 10. Okay, we got one more thing. Now if you understand one more thing, which is that am, okay, hm, okay, we want to find the sum of the square of the number. Okay, we want to find the sum of the square of the number. Okay, now what we can do, okay, let's think what we can do. Square of the number. Now we know one relation, that hm is nothing but 2ab upon a plus b. Okay, and we have hm as 21/5, 2 into ab by, this is what, 10, so this will cancel out this. Okay, this will be 5 and 5 will cancel out, 21 is equals to ab. Okay, so we got this thing, ab is equals to what, 21. Okay, now let's get the what we wanted, sum of the square of the number. A square plus b square is nothing but a plus b the whole square minus 2ab, which is nothing but, this is 21 square minus 2 into what, a into b. A into b is nothing but, okay, a plus b is 10 square into 2 into 21, which is nothing but 100 minus 42, which gives us 58. Okay, so this is our answer. This is the answer. Okay, so we will continue in the next lecture on hm. Okay, till then take care. Okay, bye.